Okay. So, my next question was, did you have children before you went to prison?
Yeah, I had at the time I got locked up. I have an 8-year-old daughter, Violet,
Okay.
and um, I had her. We were co-parenting, me and my ex-wife. I would have her 1 week, she would have her the other. So
Yeah.
that was actually the worst part about going away, having to explain to her what happened. And
Yeah.
uh, her mom would. I talked to her, Violet,
Hmm.
like the first or second week I was there, and she was just like crying and distraught and stuff. And after that, her mom wouldn't take my calls. So it was actually, I think, 6 months later, that one friend who called me happened, she arranged for my ex-wife to come over to her house, and I did a video visit and saw my daughter then.
Oh, wow. And so
But
you
it
don't
was
see her anymore?
no, I'm fighting custody to get her right
Oh,
now.
okay. Well, I hope
But
that works out for you, you know.
mhm.
Um, yeah, I couldn't imagine having to leave a child to go to prison. I couldn't. That's tough.
Yeah,
Um,
and her mom, she was addicted to meth too, and she ended up losing custody of him while I was in there. And
um,
they went to their godparents' house, and there's she's the only one left out of her siblings that hasn't been placed like with her dad's, because
yeah,
who got her.
that's sad.
And I have to prove myself to the courts before they'll grant me
Right.
custody.
Yeah. Well, I have faith that you'll get what's right. You know what I mean?
Yeah, thank you.
Um, I had one, but I was. Okay. How about this? I like to always ask this one since I was a CO. What's your opinion on COs?
Um, I mean, it varies.
Right.
Usually, like the your regular COs in each block, you learn them, and like some of them are good, and some of them are bad, and
Right.
I guess just depends on the one. Like in county jail, I really became friends with a lot of them because where I'm from, it's a real small county, and you
Hmm.
know everyone. If you
Yeah.
don't know them, like you'll see them again. So
Right.
I end up like building relationships with them, I guess you'd say.
Right.
But there was a few COs in prison I got along with.
Yeah. Yeah. We called. I was a. I wasn't the police. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
I had pretty good. It's all about respect, and I had pretty good. A lot of people respected me, so I was straight. And all you have to do is give them respect, and you're cool. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna, you know. But yeah.
Yeah, yeah. One wrong move by a CO will spread throughout the prison fast.
Right.
So
Yeah. Um, we used to call, the ones that act like it's their life's mission to make your guys' lives as miserable as possible while you're in there. We called those
yeah,
guys the super cops.
yeah,
And I was
super.
definitely not a super cop for sure. But I mean, it's just, you guys are people that made mistakes, you know what I mean? Or whatever. And it's just, yeah, it's just crazy that some of the COs, like, that's, that makes their day to torture you guys. You know what I mean? It's just fucked up. But
Yeah.
I'm like, so many questions we've already like answered them as we were talking. But so okay, so branching off of the CO question, do you think that some COs abuse their power?
Um. Yeah, I ran into some that were like that. They would like there was one that would come into the commissary. I worked there, and he
Hmm.
would go there and grab like candy and snacks and just take them, or
Oh shit.
like he would grab meals for himself at chow hall, and just like like go into people's boxes and take it, and then eat them. So like
Like their
I
their
think
commissary
that
and
was like,
shit.
yeah, that was probably the biggest abuse of power I've seen is COs. It was all like food related, you know.
Yeah, yeah, that's interesting. Hmm, I couldn't imagine doing that. That's so fucking rude. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So what's worse, county or prison?
prison.
I agree.
My county, county is a bad one, but you get into counties like Cuyahoga County, that's where Cleveland is, and like Franklin County, where Columbus is. Like those are bad. Like
Okay. Yeah.
there's murders that go on in those jails.
Oh yeah. That's yeah. I never saw nobody in the 2 years I worked, nobody murdered anybody, but I saw a couple of like suicides and actual like an accidental death one time, and it's yeah, it's pretty crazy. Um, did you have a good support system when you went to prison? Like, were they putting money on your books? You were eating good, or did you have like a struggle in there?
Um, I had a support system to like talk to,
Hmm.
but as far as getting money on my books, I will never allow anyone to put money on my
Oh,
books.
really? That's commendable.
Working in commissary, it would irk me people that would they could spend $150 a week and they come in every week, spend $150 on food. So you do the math, that's $600 a month. And they're asking people to pay
To
that much.
send
And
that, yeah, that's
that's like
crazy.
someone's rent. But
Exactly. That's a lot. But you know what? A lot of people do that shit, you know? But I don't know. I couldn't be the one. That's $600. That is a lot. Like you better learn how to eat the prison food for real. You know?
yeah,
How
and
how about that? How was the food in prison?
prison food's garbage. It's a company around here. Like they do the food for like the college bias, and that food's delicious, but they
But the
like
food,
have
yeah, it's like
different
different.
different services for different places. But yeah, the prison, like the state food isn't good at all. That's I
Yeah.
think why a lot of people spend a lot of commissary. I
Yeah.
happen to I worked at commissary, and I did like all the inventory. So whenever the inventory was off, I would get it sent, or stuff was going to expire, or they had
Yeah.
extra stuff. Like
That's a
I would
cool
come back
little,
to that.
that's a good job, a little perks like that.
Yeah, like my box was always full, and there was people there that they call them state babies, where all they get is state money once a month. I would help
Indigent.
them. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, the indigent.
That always
And
broke
there
my
was,
heart. The people that were indigent, like, it's sad. Sad as fuck when you don't have help or support while you're in there. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah, I would always help. There was a few of them that, I had extra stuff, or if I got stuff that I didn't care for, I'd
Yeah.
pass it to them. And
That's
working
what's up.
there, I
That's
would get,
called good karma is coming your way for doing nice
yeah,
things for people, you
for sure.
know?
And that's what I do, and we would get like meals, like not tray meals, but it would come in like, what do you call it? Styrofoam trays.
Uh-huh.
And there would be extra ones,
Right.
so like I would bring trays back for people too and
Oh,
stuff
that's
like that.
nice. Yeah. That's
But yeah, I
nice.
always try to help out like certain people.
Yeah. So, how much a month do you think you spent on commissary? Not that much because you got all the
Yeah, I
perks,
worked.
you think, or
I I only got $20 a month for state pay, and I would usually just put that on my phone,
yeah.
and then I could get through the rest. Whenever when I started working commissary, you'd have extra stuff, and like trading's everything in prison. You can trade anything. So I filled my box up with all the hygiene I needed for my
Yeah.
stay and stuff. And
That's
then
good.
after that,
You know what was high dollar? Like you were like balling out of control in Lansing. If you had beef tips, do you know what those are? Beef tips? Actually, hold
yeah,
on. I gotta restart us. Hold on just a second.